just, I was at this estate sale, and, oh, that's 1984, but anyway, anyone who's my age remembers when they had these cloth calendars, so, my wife must have been a pretty creative person, because she took them and made this quilt out of the calendars. That's a pretty cool idea. But I was having trouble sleeping, so I think I'll just show off some of I got this at the store. It's made out of, these people own land, and they make jewelry out of just like bones, that they find on their property. See, it's got a little, well, as usual, the lighting is, but I don't know, things that individuals came up with, so I wanted to just talk real quick about how, when you're a kid, you just assume that your experience is the same as everyone else's, because that's all you know. That's your frame of reference. And how they scare you with that, you're gonna burn in. See, I've always been, I guess, difficult in the way that I didn't want to accept something just because somebody said it. So I couldn't reconcile the fact that someone could murder someone, like just go out, murder someone, and do whatever many years, and then if you can get out and then claim you've served your time, it's like, well, then if you truly believe what you're saying, why would there be courts and police or anything at all? It's, they say the measure. Let me get a sip of coffee. I truly apologize. That the measure of a person's character is what they do when nobody's watching. So, and the fact that other people, they know people, or the top protect each other, and other people get jail for. And here's another thing. I guess this is from, I don't want to say 80s, it's always, but I remember this used to be a big thing where they would find, what do they call it, a one-hitter, or like is it a roach? I really never got into weed very much, but I knew people who did, and anyway, they would find the most minuscule amount, and, I know they would mention seeds sometimes, or, so if they found like they tear the car apart inside and out and find like 2 marijuana seeds in the wheel well, and they want to throw the book at you, but yet people, do less time for, slitting somebody's throat and leaving them to die in the gutter. It's like, so clearly whoever is pulling the puppet strings has an agenda. So, they decide what's right and what's wrong. So, when you are like a asshole kid who talks too much and asks too many questions, the answer is always just, oh well. Like Timothy Leary with psychedelics or anything else. It's like, oh well, they're just satanic and evil. It's like, oh okay. Yeah. What kind of an answer is that? That's your answer to everything. That's what you say about anyone who doesn't agree with you. But is it though? Because to me it always just seemed like, though, if it didn't have to do with just earning, the money that they print and being on the establishment's good side, because anybody, if you don't pay your taxes, you fall out of favor real quick. But it seemed like it was all just rigged up to keep people in this, what can only be described as a stupor. Because how could one drug be bad, but then alcohol is legal? You can't. And to a certain extent, I do think there's something fishy about how all these bars and restaurants have to be driven to, and then the cops sitting right around the corner. It does kind of seem like a setup. But I don't know. You gotta understand, growing up, nobody takes you seriously, and you're just expected to be this dope, and that will, garner people's favor. Like, worry about makeup and clothes, and there's some channels for people, they're my age. Oh, I got this at a pawn shop, and I don't know, I just wanted to show it off. I don't have any resin, or it's not tuned, and I haven't played in 2 or 3 decades. But anyway, to me, if you get too, I guess, just comfortable with nothing to do, and they talk about, I couldn't, even if I wanted to, I just wanted to be the, just give up and do what everybody else does, and they call it turn up, tune off, drop out, I don't know, but in a different way. Just discuss when this lipstick or that purse or those shoes, I just can't do it. And even though I've definitely gotten lazy of mind and body and spirit, and I don't read anymore, and I don't think anymore, I still, there's plenty of channels that do that. If some of these people, that seems like the only thing they will accept. There's nothing outside their own superficial, I guess, not materialistic, but, well, I guess you could call it that, because that's what they think should impress people. Not your inner mind, but just that, I guess, sugary crust that people can nod their head in approval, and You know, it makes everybody feel cozy and safe, as if nothing else is happening, as long as you got, you know, your beer and your, I don't know. I'm very tired, but at least maybe I can at least try to pick up a violin again, at least wake my mind up somewhat, because it's dying. I can tell it's dying. And I used to take such pride in, you know, reading of everything subversive I could find, or challenging cinema, or outsider art, or dank music, anything that was different, anything that kind of like, you know, stimulated your soul. I don't know what's wrong with me. You fall into that trap where you're just a sheeple. You just feed the beast machine, and you never you get stupider. It's like the more you work, you just get more and more stupid, because that becomes who you are, and I don't know, that's pretty goddamn depressing. So this is another ramble video, and have a good one, guys, and talk to you later.